Hey, coming up right now, a burglary suspect is confronted by cops during a bathroom visit. We're going to tell you more about this, bizarre arrest.
Also coming up, it's a bird, it's a plane, nope, it's a flying car. This new car with wings backed by SpaceX has already hit a sales record for pre-orders.
I love it. All right, a little bit later on, a pilot can add another title to his name as he leaves the cockpit to actually help with a medical emergency during a flight.
Daily Flash starts right now.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hey everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
And I am Mitch English, welcoming you to Daily Flash. So glad to have you along. We'll be checking in, of course, with Matt Doolittle and see what's going on in his life. And Matt, just over the last few days, I always feel like I'm a smarter man every day in learning something.
Oh, okay.
Every day.
Yes,
and Maddie,
sure.
Have you learned anything the last few days of being, this new life that you're in?
I can just say no to stuff now.
Yes.
No, I don't
You're
want
married.
to.
So, yeah, you got the ring. You're
Yeah, I
married
got the ring.
to it.
I don't want to. No.
It's a great feeling.
It's a good feel.
They did talk about, I heard
love
this
that.
study recently about newly married couples, and over the long term, the guys get fatter than the women do because the guys get more settled. Now, I would have thought it would have been the
I
opposite
would
way.
have as well.
Yeah.
I do know that. Yeah, you feel like, well, you're comfortable and
comfortable.
you're out of your fighting
Yeah.
class now, and so you can do
Got
whatever.
nothing to fight for.
Yeah, right. No, you're right. The chase is over, right? So yeah.
Just fair warning.
I got the gazelle, so now I can get the gut.
There you
go.
go.
Very
Bingo. Check this out. Target has decided to compete with Amazon.
How so?
They are going to start a membership program.
Okay.
On Target, it's called Target Circle 360, and they will deliver same day if you have a certain kind of membership from their online stores. You've got to be a member. If you pay, I think, $49 to $100, that will determine what membership you get with the Target 360, and that will also determine, what kind of services you get, but very similar to Amazon.
They are also. I went to Target yesterday. That's why I
Did
know
you?
this. And they have everywhere you shop, they have these little signs. But they're also saying that if you sign up now, they'll give you $15. So they're really wanting people to jump aboard of this, and you can actually understand because that's where everybody's going. Right?
Yeah, I love Target, but I have the hardest time on their website. I don't know
really?
if any of that's changed, but I mean, I'm assuming it has since they're really going full force with this new program. But
Probably more than likely,
Yeah.
so that'd be the case. You're going to see more and more delivery places
Yes.
all the time. Let's jump into the big show and to the news. An alleged burglar went from the bathroom to the Gray Bar Hotel. A police department in Colorado just released body cam footage of officers confronting a suspect while he was using the bathroom. Now, this is breaking code. I mean, if somebody's in the bathroom, you leave them alone. But the
5
video
minutes.
shows a heavily armed police officer busting open an interior door to reveal a man sitting on the lawn. And he goes, "I'm on the toilet, bud." And then he puts his hands up. Man stands up with his hands up and pants down, follows the officer's commands
come
to
on.
surrender. Yeah, he did it. The alleged perp was taken to jail where he was charged with second-degree burglary, and he also had to do some paperwork he didn't get to finish while in the...
His paperwork.
up.
He didn't get to finish his paperwork.
Right. Now,
Didn't get to
that is so... Like, if somebody buzzes in the house, that's where I would be. And I'm like, hey, and the first off, I would not be able to ever do that in front of somebody. And I wonder... Hey, can I finish here? There's so much to that story.
Guys,
Right?
I
I'll
don't want-
cooperate. Time out. I'll cooperate.
I don't want the rash. Give me 5 minutes. I don't want the rash.
And he was, the cops were afraid of going. Who died in here? Well, it's not murder. It's just breaking and entering. That's it.
I went to a steakhouse. It's fine.
Oh my
I murdered that steak tonight. No.
Was he wearing Mardi Gras beads?
It did look like that, right?
Is that a whole new thing?
I wonder if there's any kind of he looked like he was partying. Let's just say that.
Yes.
But that's not for me to decide.
Well, a line of new flying cars is selling out. The SpaceX backed line of autos with wings carries a price tag of around $300,000. So far, more than 2,800 units have been sold, breaking record expectations for pre-orders. ALF Aeronautics said pre-orders for its Model A total more than $850 million. The 850-pound two-seat car is an electrical vertical takeoff and landing car, which which can reach speeds of 110 miles per hour
Wow.
in the air and up to 35 miles per hour on the ground. It's called an LSV, a low-speed vehicle with the focus on achieving faster speeds in the air. Customers can put down a $150 deposit for the vehicle. Last year, the FAA granted the Model A a special certification, and it will allow the company to fly the car in limited locations. ALEF estimates a driving range of about 200 miles and a flight range of about 100 miles. Expect to see the prototypes flying in the air early next year. The Jetsons have arrived.
They have. And, you know, we already have Rosie the robot, my little vacuum cleaner that goes around everywhere. But do you have to have if you said this, I apologize, but do you have to have a special license, I
That's a
imagine?
really good question.
You know?
I don't know. I would assume that you would. And obviously, you're competing with air traffic like drones. And if you know anything about the whole drone situation, you have to be so careful where you fly a drone. You have to be licensed. You have to, in some cases, file a flight plan.
They do, right?
I mean, so you have to follow all these FAA regulations. So I assume with this company and their new line of flying cars that maybe they're only allowed to fly in certain locations.
And maybe with GPS and that sort of thing,
Yeah.
the fact that it wouldn't allow you, it would have the AI to know that this is an area I can't fly, maybe
Yeah.
route you around it and keep you at a certain height. I imagine that's where it's at, because I know that they already have those airlifts, basically Uber Air,
Yeah.
where it's just like a one person and it picks you up. It's a drone basically and takes you to where you want to go. They've had it. It's over in Central Florida, over in Tampa. They actually have this already pilot program already in play, so you could see that this actually could be something very
Flying
formidable.
cars are a terrible idea. People can't drive on the ground yet. I almost had a Disney bus swipe me off the road the other day when I was out of the parks.
But if
you can't. No, people can't fly.
I don't care if it gets people off of I-4. I'm fine with it, man.
You
Right?
know what? I'm with you.
That too. Well, and speaking of flying, a pilot just added another title to his name after helping a mother deliver her baby mid-flight. The pilot was flying a passenger plane to Bangkok when someone was calling for a doctor. The cabin crew told him a woman was in labor in one of the airplane bathrooms.
Wow.
So he gave his co-pilot command of the plane, rushed to the aid of the mom-to-be when he realized she was in labor. Moments later, he delivered a baby while the plane was still thousands of feet in the air. Definitely a first during his 18-year career as a pilot. And being a father himself, he said it was quite an experience.
I imagine so, and hopefully he'll get a little recognition name-wise.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see that. I don't know. But I always remembered early, maybe like in the 90s, 2000s, whatever, when you booked a flight, they discourage if you were 6 weeks from having a child or pregnant.
Yes.
And I'm hearing more and more of these stories of these people of these ladies that are pregnant going on these flights, and that. What does it do in the air to make them like, I gotta go? I have got to have this baby out of me.
You do have to wonder, like, are they doing it so they can intentionally go into labor on the plane? Maybe they've waited so long, they're like, I can't take it anymore, whatever it takes. There's a restaurant in Los Angeles that's famous for a salad that they serve
I've heard
at
about
lunch
that, yeah.
and the dressing that comes with it. And everyone swears that if you are pregnant and if you've yet to have the baby, you go and eat this salad and within 24 hours you have the baby.
And it's documented
Yeah.
that has happened
Yeah.
many times. I think maybe a little psychological. Maybe it could be that as
so
well.
I wonder if the plane thing is similar to that.
Listen, that is a very, you wonder if it does something because your psyche is, I don't want to have this baby on the plane, and then maybe you're thinking about it and that's what happens. Who knows? All I know is that as far as that salad that you're talking about, on the other side of that, there's one dude that has actually eaten 34,000 Big Macs in his life, and he's had more than his share of babies. The 70-year-old Don Gorski, we've talked about it here on the show because he has the world's best sideburns. He's a retired prison guard. Says that he hasn't had any health issues after eating a steady diet of burgers. One Big Mac, it's made up of 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, pickles, cheese, onion, all between a sesame seed bun. There you go. 590 calories.
That's it.
That's all you have for that thing. To stay healthy, he walks 6 miles per day, ditched the fries that came with that order. He has had the very first Big Mac almost 52 years ago
him with the long
in May of
hair.
1972. He continues to eat it. Ever since that day, he has been eating, and every day he's had a Big Mac, and he's actually keeps the containers and even the receipts that he gets from it obviously well known at his local McDonald's. They have a photo of him on the
There he
wall.
is, right there on the
Check
wall.
him out eating it.
That's
That looks like an
hysterical.
older picture too.
Yeah.
He even proposed to his wife, Mary, in the McDonald's parking lot. He started off eating 9 Big Macs a day.
wow.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
And had to cut down to just 2, one for lunch, one for dinner, but still eats them. And there's people that can do that. They can eat the same thing over and over. I don't know how they do it. I mean, but there's something psychological that they can look beyond that and they crave it, I guess.
He looks like he's in pretty good shape.
6 miles a day walking.
That helps tremendously, I assume. But I was surprised at the few calories in a Big Mac.
Yeah.
I would have thought more.
No, I was thinking closer to like 800.
1,000, yeah.
Or even 1,000. I guess when you eat the fries and if you have a Coke
That
with
is
that as well.
true.
they all
Adds to
kinda
his
add up.
luscious hair. That's what
that's what it is.
you
And
know,
the
the protein.
sunburns,
The
yes.
protein.
Yeah, I like that. Mayor McCheese is very happy to have him. He even gave me the key to the
to
McDonald's.
get the badge.
Right, yeah, exactly. More Flash. We got trending news and entertainment all coming up right here on Daily Flash. Time for our round table. Can you imagine being married couple and your spouse says, hey, listen, we ain't engaging in any little hanky-panky. I want my own room. Well, what would you
boy.
say to that? That's actually the situation that Ryan Crawley is in after asking his wife to start using separate bedrooms since they already have separate bathrooms. But his wife drew the line and said, no way. It might sound a little weird to some folks, all right, but many couples actually across the country are sleeping separately under the same roof. Jackson, how do you think that mainly this choice impacts relationship dynamics as well as quality of life?
Gosh, I think couples do the separate bedrooms for separate reasons, but I think intimacy is still important, whether it's cuddling or whether it's quote unquote the hanky panky. So I think that there's something that needs to be discussed there. Now, if it's a snoring issue or a health issue or a scheduling issue where you're up at midnight and your spouse doesn't get up until 8 a.m., that makes sense to me. But just because you're maybe going the separate ways, I think that only adds more distance in the relationship.
I think so, and it's one of those where, you know, traditionally we always think you're supposed to sleep in the same bed. Matt, your thoughts on this?
Look, my parents were married for 37 years, and for about 30 of that, they lived on separate ends of the house. Now, my dad had a non-normal job, so he was, you know, coming home at 3, 4 in the morning, and he snored like a bear. But, I mean, they were married for 37 years, so, I mean, it worked out for them. It's completely opposite ends of the house.
Apparently, it does that. It also means, though, if one person is in the other person's bedroom, it's a reason why they're there. So, I mean, maybe that's like a visual cue, I guess you could say. I could see, like, if you, let's say you had a spare bedroom in the house, and there's times where, like, I have these allergy fits that I have, or I can't sleep at night and I want to watch TV so I can go to sleep, getting up and going to the other room. But there is something always different. I know Liza tells me, he's like, I miss you being next to you, and I wake up in the morning. So I could totally get that. However, as both of you said, if it works for the couple, who's for us to judge, right?
I mean, what's different than two couples living long distance relationships in separate cities, right? If they're
That's a good
married
point.
and one lives in New York and one lives in LA or whatever, you're technically in different bedrooms, right? Definitely separate bedrooms in that case.
And but Matt, when you got scared at night, whose room did you go into?
I went to my mom's. My dad was, I let him do whatever he was doing in that room. I didn't go in there a lot.
Oh boy.
All right, probably smart, actually really
Yeah.
smart. All right, thank you, guys. And of course, we'd love to hear what you have to think on this subject. We'd love for you to drop us an email. Go to our website, dailyflashshow.com, or you can just drop us an email, just as simple, flash@dailyflashshow.com. Let us know your thoughts. Separate bedrooms, good idea? Do you at your house have your own bedroom? And is it working out great? We'd love to hear your thoughts, and we'll share with our national audience right here on Daily Flash. What else we got?
Mitch, thank you. We have got to talk about groceries and shopping right now. Skyrocketing inflation is making life difficult for millions of Americans across the country. So where does it hurt the most? Well, the trip to the grocery store is what most people say. Business Insider's Jennifer Streaks is here with some tips on how to save some money on your next trip to the supermarket. Jennifer, welcome. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
So for most everyone, the sticker shock when it comes to buying food at the grocery store is no joke. Even the CEO of Kellogg is saying more families are turning to cereal for dinner. How can we save money on groceries?
Well, the first thing you've got to do is take advantage of all coupons, sales, and discounts. Most grocery stores, they have a weekly circular. They're going to tell you in advance what is on sale. Make sure you grab that. If you can download coupons to your phone, if you have a grocery store that takes advantage of loyalty points and sends you coupons to your phone, take advantage of that. Shop all sales, discounts, back to school sales, stock up sales, fall, winter sales, every sale, take advantage of it.
We know one of the biggest tips is never go to the grocery store when you're hungry. What are some other common mistakes people make when grocery shopping?
Make a list first. Do not just go to the grocery store empty-handed. Everything on the shelves are going to look great. So make sure you have that list. Stick to the list. No impulse buying. Know the aisles that are right close to the cash register. They put those there because that's for the impulse shopper, the person who's going to buy that extra stick of gum or that magazine or that hand sanitizer that they don't need. Make sure you make a list and stick to it.
And what about shopping just on the outside perimeter? Isn't that one of those things where they say if you just stick to the outside perimeter of the grocery store, that'll save you some cash?
Make sure that you do that. Stick to the outside perimeter. Also shop maybe a little below eye level. They put everything that's higher priced right at eye level. They want that to be the first thing that you see. So maybe the aisle down or even the aisle that's right above the floor. Okay, shop there for some of your cheaper items.
Yeah, they always get me on those end caps too when they have those fancy displays. What other impacts would you say technology will have on shopping habits?
I think that it's going to make it easier if you want to use it to save money, because you can now look in advance to see what's on sale. You can shop your pantry first, which is what we should all be doing. Shop your pantry first and really see what items you need. And then go online, use your phone to say, are these items on sale? Can I find a coupon? Can I drive a little further out? Can I use a farmer's market to get the discounts and the sales?
It really takes some strategy. One last quick question for you. What about a lot of these food delivery services? Are they saving you money?
They only save you money if you use them. I used one of those services and it was so much food, so much of it spoiled in my refrigerator. I didn't even use it to its full capacity. So only use those services if it's really going to work for you, if it's going to work for your family or your household, because they're expensive.
Excellent advice. Great information, Jennifer. For more information and money-saving tips on grocery shopping, check out our website at dailyflashshow.com. You can also find more information on Jennifer at businessinsider.com. We'll post this complete interview with all the grocery shopping tips that you need the next time you make your way to the store. Stay with us. We're back right after this.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. Now, look, we all know that electric cars run off batteries, but what happens to those batteries when they're all worn out? In today's Car Smarts, Lauren Fix, the car coach, gives us the ins and outs of car battery recycling.
The Biden administration awarded a $2 billion green energy loan to a Nevada company that recycles electric vehicle batteries, according to reports. Recycling venture Redwood Materials, which was founded in 2017 by Tesla former Chief Technology Officer Jeffrey Straubel, who secured the $2 billion conditional loan from the Energy Department's Advanced Technology Vehicles Manufacturing Program, a tongue twister, according to the Associated Press. The company said it is planning to build a $3.5 billion battery materials campus in Ridgefield, Nevada, that will recycle, refine, and remanufacture cathode and anode materials, such as nickel, cobalt, lithium, and copper. The Ridgefield facility aims to begin recycling late next year and ramp up component manufacturing capacity to 100 gigawatt hours by 2025, enough to supply battery materials for more than 1 million electric vehicles, that the company stated. The Ridgefield facility is expected to supply battery materials to Ford Motor, SK in Kentucky, Toyota Motor in North Carolina, and Volvo and Envision in South Carolina as part of their expansion. Redwood Materials claims that its battery recycling facility in California has been a success. Redwood Materials is in the lithium-ion battery recycling business, and they are in the process of discovering the best way to reuse the materials inside batteries that are no longer serviceable to make new batteries without having to mine and process new materials. A great idea. Over the past year, it has collected used lithium-ion and nickel metal hydride battery packs from Toyota, Ford, Volvo, and Volkswagen, as well as from auto dismantling companies. Redwood has accepted 1,268 battery packs from 19 separate battery electric vehicles and hybrid models, which presents challenges to recyclers as every pack is designed differently and cell formats are different as well. Redwood Materials was able to identify and recover end-of-life packs totaling approximately 500,000 pounds of materials. High-quality battery materials for anodes and cathodes are already being produced there and are being supplied to battery cell manufacturers in the U.S. The company states that lithium-ion represented the majority of the material types collected, and they expect it will continue to grow. It is now the only type of vehicle battery on the market. As of today, the recycling process is already profitable for smaller batteries, such as those found in consumer devices and production scrap. Redwood also accepts batteries from old phones, laptops, and alike. Battery recycling is expected to become increasingly important in coming years as EV battery packs start reaching end of life. The Inflation Reduction Act tied to the EV tax credit to battery source requirements, which stipulates that critical minerals must be extracted and processed and recycled in the U.S. or in a country the U.S. has free trade with, which would be Mexico or Canada, makes this growing area for investors. The person who gets this resolved will be the next trillionaire for sure. I'm Lauren Fix, and you can find this information on my website, carcoachreports.com and dailyflashshow.com.
Hey guys, it's Furry Friends time, and it's already March, which means it's very close to spring for most of the country, so you have to get your pet ready to go outside and enjoy that fresh air, and you have to brush them. So here are a few tips to get them ready for, especially you human dog owners. First, you have to start by brushing them. The beginning of spring is when most dogs start shedding their warm coats for their summer ones. The best way to help them transfer into the spring is to start brushing them regularly. Next up, if you don't use flea, tick, or heartworm medicines year-round, now's the time of year you'll want to start back up as the weather warms up. Not only are they spending more time outdoors, but the pests come back out too, so it's easier to prevent them from getting it than to get rid of them. And while you're cleaning the rest of your house, make sure you're cleaning your pet's stuff too. Their beds, toys, anything they walk on or put their mouths on. Basically, a good way to do this is to wash their stuff with a mild detergent or some vinegar, and that should be enough to get rid of the fur, dander, and the bacteria from their bedding. Now, you're also going to want to check your yard, especially for your dog owners or even your cat owners who let them roam outside. Check your yard. Those of you up north where ice and snow build up over the winter, check your yard for hazards. Inspect the fence for any holes or weak points so they don't get out, and see if there's any holes that develop in your yard so they don't fall into it. Here in Florida, it's always good to check for branches that may have fallen in the area your dog is familiar with, because they may come around the corner and hurt themselves if they're used to a normal routine. Now, it's not only is spring a good time for cleaning, but it's also a good one to handle any of their paperwork that may have taken a back seat during the winter. Do a quick check on your pet's documentation to make sure all of their info is up to date, including tags, vaccines, and microchips. And lastly, ease into the exercise. If your dog's been locked up all winter and you've only let them go outside for a tinkle, it's probably not best to take them on a 3-mile hike. So make sure you build them up for that. So it's all good stuff to make sure your pets are spring ready, and that includes you cat owners out there like me. We got to make sure they're ready to get out there too. Mitch, are you getting your pets ready?
My cat wants to jump outside anytime the door opens, so I totally agree everything you said there. More Flash coming up after this.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everybody. I am Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, your source for trending news and entertainment.
And we'll be checking out Matt Doolittle coming up in just a little
newly
bit.
married
Matt Doolittle, who went through dating life. You obviously have dated, and I've dated, and that sort of thing. And we're past the holidays now. When my sister was like in her teenage years, where around Christmas time, she would start getting like more boyfriends, right? I noticed this throughout the years, right? So a survey has come and got me thinking about that. So a survey has come out. They asked women, how many guys can you date simultaneously?
Oh, gosh.
Okay, and the stats actually kind of surprised me. 11% of those that they actually surveyed said they can date 3 dudes at the same time.
Really?
Simultaneously without having any kind of issues. 55% said, I can only date one person at a time.
Yeah.
So a little over half.
Okay.
And then 34% said they can date 2 different guys at the same time.
Oh, wow.
And to me, though, it would be like, I would have to have like a schedule, because I'd be like, and then when you're in a conversation, if you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that would happen so many times. I go, remember when we were talking about that? And they go, no, it must have been somebody else. Because I date gay guys. I don't know if you guys know that voice.
I didn't know that.
They talk. They must have been somebody
Shelby?
else. Shelby and Dolly, where are you?
When you're dating 3 guys at the same time, Mitch?
Well, not 3 guys.
Here's all I
anyway.
can think of. You know, when you're texting people and then you end up texting somebody and you think they're another person?
Yes.
That would happen to me. Like, the hi, darling, how are you? And then they're like, wait, who are you texting? What is this all? That would totally happen.
Did
You
with
text
me.
Hugo? That you
I've
thought it was
texted
your
thought
wife?
it was my wife, yeah.
Did
And
you?
I said, hey, beautiful. And I think I started something, and he goes, well, I can't remember what he wrote back or something like that. I didn't know you felt that way, Mitch.
Hugo, our
Oh, wait.
executive producer.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you have to be careful for that. But I could see that
I
being
would
a huge
totally
problem.
mess that up.
Just trying to keep everything together.
I'd say 2 to 3 if you're casually dating, not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But around the holidays, I'm guessing you're angling for gifts
Well, I think that's
or
what my
a
sister-
holiday date.
I might have told on my sister, but I think that's what she was
It's okay.
doing. Yeah.
That's all right. Well, an alleged burglar went from the bathroom to the Gray Bar Hotel. A police department in Colorado just released their body cam footage of officers confronting the suspect while he was using the bathroom.
Okay.
The video shows a heavily armed police officer bust open an interior door to reveal the male suspect in the office. I'm on the toilet, bud. The suspect said calmly as he put his hands up. The man then stands up with his hands up and his pants down as he follows the officer's commands to surrender. The alleged perp was taken to jail where he was charged with second-degree burglary and a really bad fashion moment. There you go.
Yeah, and he is okay. They're not. It's like
They're not
some kind
Mardi
of chain.
Gras
They're not Mardi Gras
beads?
beads,
Okay.
but some kind of chain.
Chain.
The worst absolute place, and then he had to do the penguin walk, which was even worse.
Hang on, I'm not done.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, guys.
That tops the walk of shame. 100%.
100%, yeah. And you better be busted or for breaking in, entering is I guess a charge. But like if it was something stupid, and they just followed you to the house and then they busted when you're in the bathroom.
Which cop has to go pull his pants up for him?
Yeah, they would have to.
The
Yeah.
rookie,
The rookie
on it.
has to go pull. Hey, go pick his pants up.
Absolutely.
Oh,
and
goodness.
hopefully that's all that he needed done. All right, we go to the skies for these stories. A line of new high-flying cars selling out. The SpaceX-backed line of autos with wings carries a price of about $300,000. So far, 2,800 units have been sold, breaking record expectations for pre-orders. Aleph Aeronautics, they said their pre-orders for its Model A total more than $850 million. The 850-pound, 2-seat car, it's electrical vertical takeoff and landing car. It can get up to speeds about 110 miles up in the air, but only 35 on the ground. So I can see it like a golf cart, basically.
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It's called an LSV, low-speed vehicle, with the focus achieving faster speeds up in the air. Customers can put down $150 if you want to have a deposit. Last year, the FAA said, hey, we'll go ahead and give you that Model A special certification. It's going to allow that company to fly the cars only in limited locations. Aleph actually estimates a driving range about 200 miles. You'll get a flight range of about 100 miles. 200 miles at 35 miles an hour.
That's a long road trip.
Expect the prototypes to be flying in the air sometime next year, and hopefully we
Crashing
won't
into your house very soon.
We're going to hear and we're going to talk more and more stories about that.
I don't mean to minimize it by saying golf cart in the skies, but it's kind of, when you think of a low-speed vehicle, that's a golf cart here in Florida.
100%.
Riding at 35 miles an hour.
Stick around, more Flash after this.
All right, get ready to make your life easier and your home smarter. Tech expert Mark Salzman is joining us with the latest ideas that will help you upgrade your space. Hey there, Mark. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, and thanks for having me on the Daily Flash. Yes, I've partnered with a few great brands today that I think will help improve your smart home experience.
All right, man, with allergies, pets, and everything in between, how can we actually get the cleanest air possible in our homes?
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'd say a smart air purifier is where it's at. This is the Levoit Vital 200S. It's super powerful as it tackles pet fur, allergens like pollen, my nemesis, odors, all the stuff we don't want to breathe. It cleans a big space quickly. Plus, the app gives you total control as you can check your home's air quality from anywhere. You can even set schedules. And it's super quiet. You barely know it's there. For me, it's all about cleaner air and total convenience. You can find out more at Levoit vivint.com.
Well, online shopping, it's amazing, but packages sitting on the porch actually could be really tempting. What's a simpler way to keep them safe?
Well, if you're an Amazon Prime member, as I am, you're going to want to check out Amazon Key in-garage delivery. So instead of leaving packages out in the open, making them vulnerable to porch pirates, they go right into your garage, which also protects them from bad weather. It works with most smart garages, so setup is a breeze, and you just select in-garage delivery at checkout, and the delivery driver does the rest. You can even customize when and how you use it, so you're totally in control. Learn more at amazon.com/try Amazon Key.
All right, well, how can we create smarter home security that actually fits our needs?
Sure. Well, the Vivint smart home system is a standout for that because everything works together seamlessly. One central hub and app controls all your devices. So with one tap or click, you can lock your doors, shut your garage, check your cameras, and lower your thermostat, all while sitting on the couch or from anywhere, really. With Vivint, you can start simple, like say their Doorbell Camera Pro and say smart locks, and then add on as you go. It's modular. It's true customization. Check it out at vivint.com.
All right, finally, you got an easy way to make our outdoor spaces maybe smarter?
I do. It's the Sync Outdoor Smart Plug. It's perfect because it can control all sorts of things outside your home. You simply use the Sync app to control your patio lights, water fountain, a pool pump, or for me, control my smart grill from anywhere. The best part is setting schedules, like having lights automatically turn on at sundown, all without lifting a finger. Plus, each socket can be controlled individually or grouped together. It's really an easy and affordable way to upgrade your outdoor and patio space. Find it at Lowe's stores and at lowes.com.
Awesome, Mark. Where can folks go if they want more information?
Head on over to inthenews.tv for links and more info. Thanks for having me.
Well, according to Fidelity Investments, data shows 2 in 3 students will graduate with student loan debt. And for the first time in 4 years, will need to begin repaying their student loans shortly after graduation. Joining us now to discuss in detail is Jesse Moore, Senior Vice President and Head of Student Debt at Fidelity Investments.
The first thing is just get yourself organized. Again, that first payment is going to come at you pretty quickly. So make sure you understand your loan terms and just know how to actually make the payment. The second thing is, if you don't have a budget set up, I recommend having a budget. There are a lot of tools available online, but if you need support, we have many resources available at fidelity.com/student debt help. And the third thing I would do, and this could be a bit of a surprise, is talk to your employer. More and more employers are actually offering help when it comes to student debt. Employers have recognized that student debt is a burden for so many of their employees, and they've started to lean in 2 primary ways. The first is by just directly paying down on their employees' student loans. And this hits right to the heart of the issue, and it helps their employees to pay down their debt faster. More tools and supports available at fidelity.com/student debt help.
What is KSA Entertainment? It's trending news, entertainment, lifestyle,
KSA Entertainment.
culture. It's love. It's food. It's family. KSA. It's life. It's shopping. It's empowerment. KSA Entertainment. It's fitness. It's travel. KSA. It's fun. It's engaging. It's Daily Flash. Daily Flash Latino. Life, love, shopping. This is KSA Entertainment.
Hey, did you know 1 in 4 adolescents suffer from migraine disease and are at risk for long-term disability? Here with more information are Dr. Carissa That and patient Courtney Clark. Doctor, let me start with you. What specific challenges do adolescents living with migraines actually face?
That's an excellent question. And I think the crux of that lies in the fact that there are simply limited treatment options for adolescents to use for their migraine attacks. For instance, they can use over-the-counter agents like ibuprofen or acetaminophen. The trouble is these medicines are so readily available that they often get overused and contribute to a phenomenon we refer to as rebound headache. There are several prescription drug options for adolescents to take as well. And sometimes they are effective at treating the head pain. The trouble is they oftentimes leave the adolescent fatigued, exhausted, to the point where they would have to leave school and go home and sleep it off.
And how does the development of new non-drug, non-disruptive treatments actually offer a solution?
Right. So the Nerivio Ren wearable has been proven to be both safe and effective at treating migraine attacks in both adolescents and adults. Additionally, if they use it regularly, it has even showed efficacy at preventing migraine altogether. You bypass all of those terrible side effects that can come with some of the prescription drug options for migraine treatments.
Courtney, when you were diagnosed with migraines, how were you actually impacted?
I'm a teenager. I want to do teenage things and have a social life, but it's difficult when I'm constantly worried about, am I going to have another attack, or do I need to leave this place early because this prescription medication is making me too drowsy to even sit up and focus. So I'd say that I've wholly been affected, and my focus has turned to advocacy and raising awareness now.
Doc, where can we go if viewers want to get more information?
Both patients and healthcare providers can visit Nerivio.com. If they select Get Nerivio, they can actually access downloadable prescription forms through which they can order the device.
I want to thank both of you for joining us. Find this full interview and so much more. You can head to our website, dailyflashshow.com. Well, up next, lifestyle editor Joanne Butler joins us with the scoop on the must-haves, beauty, and wellness essentials for the moms that truly do it all. Hey there, Joanne.
Thanks for having me. Well, once the baby arrives, we often overlook how to care for ourselves since all the attention naturally goes to the new baby. Well, Carefree, a leading maker of feminine care products, just iconic, actually found that 66% of moms say their feminine care needs have evolved since having children. So they want to help mom in all stages of motherhood and give them a little extra love too. So their team of all women and moms, by the way, launched this whole new campaign called Protection for the Protectors, which champions the unparalleled strength of us moms. I love this. So what you may have known as the go-to liners brand now has this whole new line of pads that are designed specifically for those expanded feminine care needs that moms face after giving birth. I'm talking protection from all different types of leakage because a lot goes on down there after you have a baby. And they have a plastic-free top sheet that instantly absorbs all of it, 8-hour odor control. The pads are super soft too. So Carefree's really making things a little easier for mom by keeping her fresh, dry, and comfortable all day. And what I love too about this brand is they partnered with certified OBGYNs, postpartum nurses, pelvic floor specialists. So they're really the real deal, really committed to helping moms take care of themselves. You can check them out at carefreelinersandpads.com or on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Now let's talk a little beauty. New moms have a ton on their plate, and as they're getting into the swing of their new beauty routine, simple beauty products that not only save time, but make you look and feel great makes all the difference. And Head & Shoulders Bare Hair is great. It makes your scalp feel really refreshed and clean, but also your hair will look amazing. More time with baby, less time dealing with the dandruff, scalp itch, or irritation, all the better. This has a simple 9-ingredient formula with a clinically proven dandruff-fighting zinc pyrithione, ZPT, which goes really deep to fight dandruff at the source while refreshes the scalp and the hair at the same time. And it's sulfate, silicone, and dye-free, which is so important. Just effective Head & Shoulders dandruff protection with the bare minimum. Plus, it smells amazing. And a few uninterrupted moments of self-care time in the shower, just the best, It has a really nice lather, so just an extra layer of relaxation. There are 2 different types, the Bare Pure Clean that has a light coconut water scent and cleanses and clarifies and just has a refreshing, invigorating feel. And then the Bare Soothing Hydration has an orchid and aloe scent, and it's extra hydrating and soothing if your scalp is a little more dry. And you can find these right at Walmart and Walmart.com, which is even better. And there you have it, my 2 must-haves for new moms.
Right now, more children in the United States are living with peanut allergies than ever before. It's actually a condition that can impact every aspect of a child's life. Joining us now to discuss are pediatric allergist Dr. Douglas Mack and Sarah Koreshi. She's the mother of a peanut allergic child.
Peanut allergy has a significant impact on children, and we've seen this prevalence increase significantly over the past 20 years. Unfortunately, only about 20% of these patients will outgrow this. So there's a growing need for effective treatment that's safe for these families.
As a mother of a young child with peanut allergy, it's a stress to think about accidentally eating something that might have peanut in it, and going to school or birthday parties or Halloween or trick-or-treating with her friends are things that I think about in a way I never could have imagined in terms of her safety.
Right now, I'm an investigator for a phase 3 clinical trial called BizTV, which is using an investigational skin patch called ViaSkin Peanut. It's for children ages 4 to 7. And what this does is leads to a desensitization so that the child can eat far more peanut protein before experiencing an allergic reaction, making it less likely they will have a reaction. To find out if this clinical trial might be a good fit for your peanut allergic child or family, visit the BizTV website at BizTVallergystudy.com.
KSA Entertainment believes in our communities. We value those who have dedicated their lives to enrich our own. KSA Entertainment is proud to introduce our corporate initiative, KSA Cares. KSA Cares shines a light, gives a voice, and lends a helping hand through compelling awareness initiatives. From supporting veterans to environmental awareness, KSA Entertainment is proud to produce content supporting ways to help communities all across America.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. When her only daughter goes off to college, an empty nest mother gets stuck taking care of her daughter's heartbroken ex-boyfriend who she can't stand. This is today's must-watch movie, Suze.
Wakey, wakey, little graduate.
Mom, no.
I'm so proud of you. You're my everything.
Morning, Suze.
Please don't call me Suze.
Sorry, Suze.
Get what you see in this guy.
I love him and he worships me.
But honey, you're starting university. He's starting nothing.
Happy grad, everyone. We're the emotional morons.
Baby, I'm gonna miss you so hard.
Wait, what? It's
Take
your
it.
favorite.
I love you so much, sweetie.
Do you feel like you're gonna throw up too, Suze?
Hi, honey. Calling to see how you're settling in. Hi, honey. Just checking to see if you got my care package. Me again. Hope you're still alive.
Oh, I just feel like I'm losing her.
We gotta see this as a whole new beginning.
You're going through perimenopause. Think of it as things starting to wind down inside.
Yeah, but what if I don't want them to wind down inside?
Gage jumped off the water tower.
Wait, what?
Can you go check on him?
Suze, is that you?
Hey, hello, Gage.
Dad, this is Suze.
Oh, your precious daughter. Yeah, she dumped his ass.
She did?
I was hoping that you could watch him until I get back.
Me.
Hi, Suze. This is gonna be sick.
You can stay in here.
Nice. A lot of good times in here, Suze.
Wake up. You're coming to work with me.
Yo, good morning.
Susan?
Oh, hi, Paul.
Who's your friend?
This is my daughter's ex-boyfriend.
/ future husband.
What the hell, Mom? Why is Gage staying with you?
Sweetie, I have left you several messages.
Hey, Suze. You okay? I'm taking you out tonight.
Why would you bring me here?
I thought it'd be good for you.
So how do you and Gage know each other?
He used to date my daughter.
Look at you go!
And I'm just trying to keep him alive.
This one goes out to somebody very special.
Oh, dear God.
He's a really good kid, Rick, and he just needs someone to just look out for him.
If you like him so much, then why don't you keep him?
Sweetie, I just wanted to see you, okay?
Okay, well, I don't want to see you.
Why do you let her treat you like garbage when you treat her like gold?
Because she's the only thing that I have in my life, and I am terrified of losing her.
You're the boss, Suze.
Looks fun for sure. Something to check out. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Be good, everybody. Go to dailyflashshow.com for more information on anything you've seen on the show.